welcome back to DramaWired, your source for the latest drama, news, and updates in the entertainment world. Today we're going to be diving deeper into the second weekend of Coachella, one of the biggest music festivals in the world. As we mentioned earlier, Coachella Weekend 2 is known for having most of the same artists that performed during Weekend 1, but with a few surprises thrown in. The festival is spread across 2 weekends to accommodate more people and give them a chance to attend the festival even if they missed the first weekend. However, this also means that the same artists are often performing during both weekends, which can lead to some repetition for those attending both weekends. One of the most highly anticipated performances for Weekend 2 was that of Frank Ocean. He was scheduled to perform on Sunday night, and fans have been looking forward to his performance for weeks. However, a few days before the festival, Frank Ocean announced that he had to cancel his performance due to a leg injury that he had sustained around Weekend 1 of Coachella. Initially, some fans were disappointed and speculated that Frank Ocean didn't want to perform, but he clarified the situation and apologized to his fans for letting them down. And to make matters worse, because Frank Ocean couldn't perform, he could no longer be a part of making Coachella history as one of the 3 non-white headliners, along with Bad Bunny and Blackpink. Despite the fact that he couldn't make it, this is still a significant milestone in the music industry, as it highlights the need for diversity and representation on stage. It's important for artists of all backgrounds to have the opportunity to showcase their talents and inspire the next generation of musicians. Blink-182 ended up being Frank Ocean's replacement for the Sunday night performance, and they delivered a great show. However, they didn't get the honor of closing out the festival for Sunday. Instead, they allowed Skrillex and his fellow DJs to close out the show. Skrillex is no stranger to Coachella, having performed at the festival several times before, and his performance was met with enthusiasm from the crowd. Another highlight of Coachella Weekend 2 was the performance by the Gorillaz. Damon Albarn, the frontman of the Gorillaz, made a statement saying, "I'm sorry, but Weekend 2 is better than Weekend 1. While that may be up for debate, it's clear that the Gorillaz put on an amazing show. They performed for a long time and brought out a number of special guests during their set, including Bad Bunny, Thundercat, and Mos Def. This made their performance even more memorable and exciting for fans. Becky G also made another appearance for Weekend 2, and she didn't disappoint her fans. She let them know that she was going to switch things up for her show, and that's exactly what she did. She began playing a variety of songs by the late artist Selena Quintanilla before returning back to her own music. Becky mentioned that representation is very important to her, and it was clear that she was paying homage to one of the most iconic Latina artists of all time. It was a powerful moment for many of her fans, and it highlighted the importance of representation and inclusivity in the music industry. While there are a number of other great performances during Coachella Weekend 2, it's clear that Frank Ocean's absence was felt by many. It's always disappointing when an artist has to cancel their performance, but it's also important to remember that they're human too, and sometimes things happen that are out of their control. In the end, the second weekend of Coachella proved to be just as exciting and memorable as the first, and fans were treated to some amazing performances by some of the biggest names in the music industry. That's all we have for today's episode, but before we wrap things up, let's just take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication that goes into making a festival like Coachella happen. From the artists, to the crew, to the fans, everyone plays a role in creating an unforgettable experience. Coachella is not just a music festival, but a cultural phenomenon that has been going on for over 2 decades. It's become a platform for artists to showcase their music and creativity for fans to come together and celebrate their love for music. Over the years, Coachella has evolved and grown with more diverse and inclusive lineups and experiences for fans to enjoy. However, it's also important to acknowledge that Coachella has also faced its fair share of criticism and controversy over the years. From issues with ticket prices to cultural appropriation, there are still some areas the festival can improve and be more inclusive. It's important to continue having these conversations and pushing for change to create a more equitable and inclusive festival environment for everyone. Despite these challenges, Coachella remains one of the most iconic music festivals in the world, and for many, it's a bucket list experience. For those who are lucky enough to attend either weekend of Coachella this year, we hope that you had an amazing time and made memories that will last a lifetime. That's all for this episode of DramaWired. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time with more drama, entertainment news, and updates.